Stop there. Who the hell do you think you are? That voice wasn't mine, nor was it a neighbor just yelling for no reason. It was directed squarely at my wife. She had her earbuds in, just finishing the third lap of walking our dog when she heard it. My wife turned, confused, wondering if it was some kind of mistake. But no, the voice was pointed at her. A new face in an oversized security vest, arms crossed like he'd just caught a fugitive. "Excuse me?" she asked, pulling out one earbud. "How can I help you?" She looked more puzzled than anything, like a teacher correcting a student mid-lecture. The man stepped forward, sunglasses tilted, chewing like he was auditioning for a bad cop drama. "This is a no dog walking zone. You're trespassing," he declared, glancing at another guard standing stiffly by the sidewalk, nodding like a malfunctioning bobblehead. Now, let me be clear. We've lived here for 3 years. Not once has there been a no dog walking sign, policy, or complaint. My wife walks the same route every morning, waves at the same old man watering his petunias, and even gives dog treats to the neighbor's beagle. But today was apparently a crime scene. She tried ignoring him and continued walking, hoping it was a prank or misunderstanding. But no, they followed her. Two uniformed HOA security guards with shiny new boots and clipboards, born for confrontation. She stopped again. "Seriously, I live here. I'm just walking my dog. I do this every morning." The second guard finally spoke. "This is private property, ma'am. HOA rules state no unauthorized activity. We'll need to verify your identity." She laughed. Not the haha kind, but the I'm about to lose it kind. "Dog walking is unauthorized now?" she asked. "I didn't know fresh air was illegal." "Please don't be difficult," the first guard replied, stepping closer. "We just need to confirm you belong here." That's when my wife realized this wasn't confusion. This was harassment. Something was off. They weren't just doing their jobs, they were itching for power. They wanted her ID, but she wasn't carrying one. "Who walks a dog with a driver's license?" She told them calmly, "I live 2 blocks down. You can follow me there. I'll show you my ID, no problem." But they refused flat out. "No, ma'am, we can't let you walk further until we confirm your identity." What kind of logic was that? You're stopping someone from proving they live here because they haven't proven they live here. Brilliant. At this point, they'd boxed her in like she was a suspect, not a resident. But what they didn't know, what they really didn't know, was that my wife isn't just some average dog walker. She's CIA, not former or retired, active duty. Of course, she wasn't going to flash that card unless she had to, but you'd think two half-baked rent-a-cops would have the sense to back off after being offered a peaceful solution. She tried reasoning again. "Look, I'm just heading back home. Come with me. I'll show you whatever you want." They stepped closer, talking into their cheap walkie-talkies like they were preparing for a takedown. "We've got a non-compliant female suspect. Request backup." "Backup? What is this?" "Call of Duty HOA edition," she muttered. It was clear these guys were fresh hires, mall security rejects or military wannabes flexing authority badges. And their boss, Clara, our infamous HOA president, a raging Karen with a Napoleon complex and obsession with power. She reported squirrels for violating noise ordinances and hated my wife for petty reasons like a bright sports bra. Of course, this was planned. Clara had sent her new attack dogs to start a scene, but she didn't anticipate what would happen next. My wife warned them one last time. "If you don't follow me peacefully, you're going to have a problem." They laughed. One sneered. "What are you going to do?" "Outrun us." She smiled. Something like that. Tension soared. If those goons had any brains, they'd have backed off. But no, egos over reason. "I'm done with this nonsense. I'm out of here," my wife said, stepping back and turning away. She was done playing games. Then the stocky guard with the buzz cut lunged at her and tried to grab her arm. Big mistake. Before his fingers tightened, she pivoted fast and slammed her palm into his chest, launching him flat on his back like a sack of concrete. Clipboard airborne. The bald guard rushed in, shouting, "Ma'am, don't make this worse." She didn't blink. He charged. She caught his wrist midair, twisted it, and flipped him face first into the grass like a training dummy. He groaned and stayed down. The third guard, a skinny kid fresh out of low-budget security school, got bold when he saw both coworkers down. "You're in big trouble," he yelled, pulling out his radio. My wife walked calmly to him. He reached for her shoulder, instantly regretted it. She ducked under his arm and tripped him with a clean sweep. He hit the sidewalk hard, rolling over and whimpering. A neighbor across the street gasped and raised her phone to record. My wife looked around, adjusted her ponytail, and muttered, "I warned them." Three men groaning on the pavement, pride shattered, clueless how it happened. Folks stepped onto porches, phones out. Nobody expected the dog walker to go full CIA mode, but she did. And the HOA goons were learning the hard way. My wife walked through the door like it was just another Tuesday. I was eating cereal. "So, how was your walk?" I asked, half smiling. She raised an eyebrow, set down the leash, and said, "Let's just say they won't be bothering me again." I laughed, but she wasn't joking. "Wait, did something happen?" She nodded. "The HOA guards tried to get grabby." My grin faded. "You okay?" She smirked. "Of course I'm okay. They're the ones who aren't." We sat down and she played the viral video, her tossing those guards like yesterday's trash in high-def glory. One neighbor even added slow-mo and dramatic music. Comments were gold. Then she made a single phone call. 10 minutes later, the security company was panicking. Within 2 hours, all three guards were fired. Clara, the wicked HOA president, tried damage control, but it was too late. The neighborhood buzzed. Folks who barely waved now saluted her as she walked by. Everywhere we went, people whispered, "That's her." Some asked for self-defense tips. It wasn't just respect. It was fear, admiration, power. And from that day forward, nobody messed with the CIA dog walker again. The end.